Welcome to Food and Loathing, an indulgent look at dining decadence in the entertainment capital of the world. You know where that is, Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. I'm Al Mancini. I'm here with Gemini Stevens. We are your hosts for this little foray. Our friend and producer Rich Johnson handles the technical out of Seattle because, you know, we're just a worldwide media company at this point. Gemini and I are coming to you today from Durango Social Club, and we are being joined by the woman known in the local culinary scene simply as Mama, the one and only Crystina Ngyuen. We're going to talk to her at the center of this, but first let's just say hi. Crystina, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. We're sitting here we're sitting here in Durango Social Club, which is like a place where I just spend so much of my fucking time anymore.
I know,
think
right?
I have to come back in. the brand new pop-up capital of Las Vegas, and we're here during the In Limbo Smash Burger pop-up. So I just ordered some burgers.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But
and I had breakfast burritos the other day.
From here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And Crystina is here to announce her own pop-up. So before we'll get deep into that in the center of this show. But Crystina, hit us with the dates, hit us with the concept.
So it's Lunar New Year coming up, and we're all shedding the skin. So the first pop-up's going to be on February 16th, and the second follow-up will be on the 23rd.
Okay. And this is going to be an a la carte menu, right? I was looking at the menu online.
It is. Pricing will be up shortly. There's a few people that have asked.
Okay, so we're going to get to all of that in about 20 minutes.
I'm excited.
But we've got a lot of other shit going on in this show. I have interviews with the man who brought booze to the shakes at Five Guys.
Yeah.
And then brought that Five Guys to the Las Vegas Strip. A conversation with professional eater Joey Chestnut, recorded immediately after he defended his bagel eating title. I catch up with the creator of Ya-Baba Shawarma at their Red Rock pop-up. And you're also going to hear from Alex White of Yukon Pizza, sharing his side of last week's big protest controversy. You know what? I've got some Lupe Avila stuff, too, talking about what they're doing for Valentine's Day. I know we're not doing a big Valentine's Day thing, but what the fuck? I'm going to throw that in here as well.
Yeah, throw it in there.
Okay, cool. So those are our plans, those of you who are charting this out at home. We also have a happy hour report coming up from Happy Hour Vegas' Andrew Morgan. We have some news, but first, we're going to tell you how we've been eating, because that's sort of how we like to start this. Where have we been eating? What parties have we been going to? We live this charmed fucking life.
We really do.
Where everybody we know puts food in front of us all the time.
I said something the other day to a friend about, a chef friend is doing XYZ, and she was like, which one of your friends aren't chefs anymore?
I know, it's true, right?
I'm happy. I like to eat.
We eat like crazy stupid, and we go to these events, and we get to see what, the new thing is that they're pushing. And we get free shit. We like that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And I get fat. You manage not to get fat. I don't know, but I get fucking fat from it. But
I was plenty fat for many, many years. I'm fine with it.
So the goal to this top section is we tell you where we've been eating, and hopefully it makes you fucking hungry. It's a simple game. You can play along at home. Gemini, where the fuck you been eating recently?
We're going to have to do a live show one day and have people call in and tell us. I'm curious. Okay, well, I mentioned earlier I got breakfast burritos from right here from Chef Steven in Limbo. I hadn't had them yet. I had seen some social media a couple weeks ago that he was doing it. So my friend has been staying with me while I recouped from surgery. And so we came down and got a pork belly and a bacon to go. We could only eat one burrito between the two of us. So we cut them in half, so we'd each have half of each one. And I really liked it. The pork belly was crispy. It was tender on the inside. Super simple ingredients, but it tasted really good. And then he gives you his homemade hot sauce on the side if you want it. So that was really good.
I could do one of those late at night.
Yeah.
Like after a night out.
Yep.
That sounds fucking awesome to me. I don't do breakfast. That sounds really heavy for a breakfast.
It really was.
Yeah.
It really was, because it was like 8 a.m. Like, we just got it right when he opened.
Yeah, my stomach is like, you're not even supposed to be out of bed, motherfucker. Don't be putting pork belly in me, man.
What else did we do? I went out to Nora's on the weekend. The same friend that's been staying with me today is her birthday, and she went out of town, so I took her out before she left. And I hadn't been to Nora's, I think, in a year, probably for her last birthday.
It's one of those Las Vegas classics.
Yeah.
The family's been in Vegas for about 100 jillion years.
And I love when you go there, because you get a super fun slice of, like, off the strip neighborhood Vegas because there was families celebrating stuff. There was date night. There was a wedding that walked out while we were waiting for our table. And they're busy. Like, we had a reservation and it still took them 20 minutes to seat us. We were not mad. They were just doing what they could. And, but the service was great. The food was great. I had a bone-in veal parmesan, pounded out really nice. The agnolotti with beef was really good. The inside was a little bit more paste than like chopped up.
Right.
So not my thing as much,
Right.
but it was delicious if you can look past that part. We had some fish on the table. We had the homemade garlic bread, of course. I'm trying to think of, there was only 3 of us and we had a bunch of stuff. And then they brought her a little dessert, which is a really good tiramisu. So yeah, super happy. Good wine list, not overly complicated. So really enjoyed that. And then what else? Oh my goodness. Vesta Coffee Roasters. I hadn't been there in a while, so I got myself a very strong cappuccino.
Sahara location?
Sahara location, because it's close to the house, and that's something I can sort of manage right now. And I love their salmon toast with avocado versus the avocado toast with salmon, because they are put together differently.
Okay.
So just putting that out there. Put a poached egg on that. But they also do a miso Caesar that is really tasty. So I hadn't had a salad in a couple of weeks, and I hadn't had their salad in a while, so went with that. And there's probably a few other things, but I'll save those for another day. Yeah, but cool. It's been pretty good.
Awesome. Christina, I'm going to put you on the spot. What's the best place you've eaten in the past week or 2 or 3? What just really rocks your world? I know you have about a bajillion chef friends, so you're probably getting sneak previews of everything that people are doing. You're probably getting invited out as often as we did. So what's rocked your world?
Believe it or not, I haven't really been going out anywhere.
You've been cooking for other people.
Well, I've just been cooking in general, just trying to find that work-home balance kind of thing, what everyone talks about.
Let me know when you find that shit.
Yeah, so I figured that I was going to work
that's called
2
you
days
work
a month
really,
now.
really, really, really hard for a long time, and you hope you have enough money to retire for 2 years before you drop dead. I think that's work-life balance.
Oh my God! How did you know? Jesus!
That's
you
the balance,
just put it into black and white for me. I was trying to figure out how to put it into words, and you just did it. That kind of
So nothing big nobody you want to throw a shout out to.
You know
right
what?
now?
I have to say, since moving to the Southwest, I've been very impressed with Roma Kitchen in Southern Highlands.
Okay.
They do a great happy hour, and not because I'm promoting happy hour, but I do go to bed or get ready for bed before the sun goes down. So they have happy hour from 4 to 6 every day, 7
Get you
days a
nice
week.
and liquored up, and you can crash out early.
$10 martinis and a great stuffed artichoke. That's all I
Oh,
can
you
say.
have my attention.
I can suck on that artichoke like there's no tomorrow. Okay? Yeah.
Glad you said it.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's one you just leave lying there.
Yeah.
One I would have jumped at 10 years ago. Times have changed.
But I have to say, it's consistent. It's red sauce that you can drink. Like, it's fresh. It's amazing.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. Okay, interestingly, we're a lot of Italian this week, right?
Yeah.
So I was at Azzura Cucina on Water
love
Street.
that.
Hadn't been down there in a little while. Of course, Chef Alessandra Madeira is a great chef, like absolutely fantastic. For years and years, people wanted to talk about her being Carla Pellegrino's little sister.
Yep.
But I mean, at this point, she is a chef in her own right who deserves to be mentioned in her own right.
Yeah.
And she's doing some fantastic food over there. Really, the only reason I would ever drive all the way to Water Street. I'm
Right.
not saying that, like, if I'm there aren't other good things
Sure.
to do, but Azzura Cucina is the only reason I drive that far. Started off with some clams and mussels. Sue was surprised I mixed it up. Instead of the red sauce, I got the white wine sauce.
Nice.
It's great to sop up. Dug that. Sue had a pear salad with cheese and walnuts. She had a gnocchi bolognese, which was really, really good. A lot of meat in there. Beautiful light gnocchi. Very nice. I've been eating so much fucking red meat lately. For a guy who like rarely ever ate red meat, and they had a steak on the menu. I've never go to an Italian restaurant and order a steak, even Italian steakhouses. The one exception being if Nicole Brisson has her own steaks there, right? But that's a side note, right? So Brezza and Resorts World get a steak there. I'm telling you that. But Generally, I don't. But the guy came out. We had a great server, really nice. Came out. He's telling us about the daily specials, and he's like, "We've got a steak special. It's a fillet. It's wrapped in pancetta." And I'm a steak pussy. I eat filet mignon. Like they say, filet mignon's the steak for people that don't like steaks or whatever. But that's me. So I had a filet. It was wrapped in pancetta. It came with a red wine and mushroom sauce, which just had that nice, beautiful, rich, earthy feel over a little bit of risotto.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was so fucking good. Sue loved it as well. So yeah, man, that like a dish I never ever would have ordered that just sounded really good when the cat was describing it to me.
Yeah.
And it fucking rocked my world.
Okay.
So, definitely check out Azzura Cucina, man. It is definitely a place to go. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to tell you more about where else I ate. I mentioned that I had creme brulee, but hamburgers arriving at the table right now. Steve, how's it going, man?
Thank you.
Very well, thank you.
How's the In Limbo pop-up going over here?
It could be better.
Get your fucking asses out here, people. You're also doing what, Tuesday nights at
Tuesdays at Petit Bohem.
Mondays and Tuesdays at Petit Bohem. Okay, cool. So all that's good to know.
Yeah, in Limbo, 8 to 2 every day, Monday through Friday. And then you heard him just say Mondays and Tuesdays at Bohem.
Yeah.
No,
Tuesday, Wednesday.
through Friday. Tuesday through Friday, because I'm taking
Here?
over Mondays.
Oh, here in the morning?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm doing all day on Mondays.
Oh, we'll get to that because
Yeah.
that's new. I like that.
Okay,
Well,
yeah, and we're going to be
Nothing's
switching.
etched in stone. It's in pencil.
Nice time for us to launch our events calendar. Right?
Yeah,
When
perfect.
Nothing's etched in stone. We got chili cheese fries here, which
Yeah.
look like I can barely see a fry.
I know. It's all
underneath them,
chili,
man.
cheese, jalapenos, onions. I'm excited.
They're looking good.
Looks meaty.
So I'm going to end with that. I had a creme brulee also at that dinner I was telling you about. Now
Nice.
I'm going to take a big fat bite. Did everybody get their pictures? I didn't take any pictures.
I didn't take any
Everybody took
pictures.
pictures that wanted them?
Roxanne did.
Okay, Roxanne took them. Cool,
Roxanne,
cool.
awesome.
Oh my God. I'm like rediscovering a love of beef.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when you get those crispy edges and. Thank you.
Napkin.
Yeah, this is a beautiful burger. Okay, back to where I've been. Keeping with the Italian theme, I also went to Gaetano's on Sunday.
Yeah.
This is another one of those old family-run Italian restaurants, just like Nora's, where you were. It's kind of interesting. We have a category in Neon Feast, which is like off-strip pioneers,
Yep.
right? And for the most part, if somebody's been running an off-strip restaurant for over 10 years in Las Vegas, it's pretty rare. We don't see a lot of them. And Mama, it's like trying to keep something in the public eye. So we don't have a lot of them, but the ones we have, about half of them are Italian family-run restaurants, right? And Gaetano's is another great example. They've been serving Henderson for a really, really long time. Wow, I went to Henderson twice. I got my hair
haven't been
colored
once.
over there, so that was, yeah. Do you like my new hair colors?
We love it. So we were trying to predict what color you want to walk in today with. So Chef Steve said blue, and I said, no, it's Lunar New Year. It's got to be like red or pink or something
We're
like that.
doing flames,
Yeah.
orange
Perfect.
and red and yellows, yes. So I was over there. Sue and I left. We have our new hair colors. We're feeling good. We go to Gaetano's. We sit at the bar. We went there to sit
Love
at that
sitting
new
at the bar. Yeah.
I'll tell you, Sunday night, the place was fucking packed.
Yeah?
The bar was packed. The dining room was packed. Like, I'm really happy for them. Of course, Nick was in there. He's always in there,
I
right?
think he lives there.
He's amazing.
Yes. I mean, you're going to get the owner's attention when you go to Gaetano's. So, what did we get? Nick sent over some bruschetta.
Okay.
Really, really fucking simple, right? But really just good. You know, when people do the simple little things right, like the things that other people either don't pay enough attention to or they try to get too creative,
Yeah.
right? There are certain dishes, and bruschetta is kind of one of those dishes. Like, you can either just throw one to fuck together and everybody will be happy,
Yep.
or you can try to get really crazy and you're putting foie gras in it or whatever the fuck you do, right? But these guys just do it simple. They do it right. It's fresh. It's perfect. And I felt the same way about the baked clams that I got there.
Yeah.
The dozen baked clams. Again, very simple, but just beautiful, classic
perfect.
Italian dish. They were perfect. We split an order of carbonara. A bit saucier than I like, but I have to say, and I don't use words like authentic because I've never been to Italy.
Sure.
I'm going in June, by the way. That's a
Yeah.
whole other issue. But,
I am too.
Awesome.
When?
We're going for my anniversary, June 21st.
Oh my God!
And we're going to be
there
on the
same
Amalfi
time.
Coast.
Well, we're going to have to switch schedules because I'm actually going with a group of people that you would enjoy spending time with.
Okay, well, let's talk about that a
Yes,
little bit.
yeah.
But for the rest of you people out in Podcast Land, we'll move on for you. So when I get carbonara, and look, James Trees will tell you that, I think I argued with him about carbonara the very first time that I fucking met him, right?
you
And
really?
I'm sure he still thinks I'm wrong and whatever. Like, I like carbonara when it's very, very, very thick. It's almost like you just made an omelet on top of the pasta kind of consistency, right? And Americans don't tend to like that, and this tended to be a little saucier than that. Again, I don't know what's authentic, so I'm just telling you within me. This had a little bit of sauce. A lot of people do that. But man, there's great, beautiful, crispy chunks of guanciale that he puts in there. They're so fucking good. So despite the fact that it was not like Al's dream carbonara, it was still a very, very good
Absolutely.
carbonara, and that made me happy. Then I left my phone there.
Yeah.
And then I was without a phone for a day. And finally, as I said, there's a new Five Guys on the Strip, street level in front of the Venetian. I dined there at their grand opening party. I had a Five Guys burger. I'm sure I've had one at another point in my life, but it was a pretty fucking good burger. I mean, it's not what we're eating right now.
Right.
It's not in limbo, but it's a good fucking fast food burger. So that was cool. But I was really there to speak to owner Edward Pizzarello. I know. Edward Pizzarello does not run a pizza place, but he is a franchisee of Five Guys. And I asked him about the many ways in which this place is different from all the other Five Guys on the planet, etc.
So we've had this market now for over a decade, and we said when we took the market over that we needed to be on the Strip because there really is nothing more unique, in my opinion, than the Las Vegas Strip. It took us 10 years to finally find the right spot. And quite frankly, with the cross-section of international people that come to Vegas, what better way to expose everyone to what we do, which is great burgers and fries. And then we said we needed to take that a step further, and we needed to make sure that we really leaned into Vegas. And so this is the only location in the world where you can get breakfast all day long. That means not just a bacon, egg, and cheese, but you can have an egg on a burger from 8 a.m. to 4 o'clock in the morning. Means it's the only location in the world where you can have a root beer float like the one you had when you were a kid. You can have an orange dreamsicle. You can have a Dr. Pepper float. It's the only location in the world where you can have a boozy milkshake.
So the fact that there is booze, is this a full bar or is it a boozy milkshake only type situation?
So we believe in this philosophy of crawl, walk, run, and burgers are what we do best. And so we said we're going to open with great burgers, and we're going to open with boozy milkshakes. And when we get boozy milkshakes great, then we're going to expand beyond that. So we also have slushies, beer and wine, and we've started to add mixed drinks as we've gotten our feet underneath us. The thing is that the Five Guys shake is just such a, it's a very handcrafted thing, and we had to make sure when we mixed it with alcohol that it was still just as great as if it didn't have that. So now that we've got that down pat, we're rolling out more of your traditional cocktails.
So what's the flavor on the boozy milkshake?
So we've got some staples. Brief fact of the brand, the shake that convinced the family that started Five Guys to offer shakes was a bacon salted caramel shake. So we have a shake called the Arlington, which is where the first store was, Arlington, Virginia, and it's bacon, salted caramel, and peanut butter with a little bit of bourbon. So that we've got that. We've got one that's sort of like a grasshopper creme de menthe. And then our seasonal shake right now, which is one of my favorites, is an apple pie shake. And you almost can't taste the booze, but it's got, so we do apple pie filling blended in with the milkshake. It's really a great shake.
Wow, sounds good. Okay, so Las Vegas is a unique market because people come from all over the place. And for some people, they have Five Guys every day of the week where they came from. Some people have never heard of this brand before. So and when you're in a city with burger selections from all over the country and everybody's thing that they grew up with, what should people know about Five Guys?
Yeah, see, this is one of our challenges. We want the person in St. Louis, Missouri who's coming to Vegas to put us on the list with the Sphere and T-Mobile Arena and all those things. The brand has always been about fresh, large portions, great food, great service. And what we add to that is that Vegas flair.
And coming up, we have the news, a happy hour report from Andrew Morgan. But first, Mama Crystina Ngyuen joins us to talk about her upcoming pop-up.
This is Food and Loathing.
All right, now we get to the juicy stuff with Mama Crystina Ngyuen. We get to talk about your pop-up. We get to talk about a little bit about what you've been up to.
I just had to stifle a belch. These are so good, man. These burgers that we're eating now.
I love it. This episode is full of chewing noises and paper napkins and possible belches.
Yes.
Okay.
And a couple of Jamesons.
And oh, hey. I mean, I'm in.
Okay.
So you mentioned earlier that you were doing the pop-ups. Let's talk about that part first. Here at Durango Social Club, the 16th and the 23rd.
That is correct.
And just those 2 nights, not between those dates.
That is correct.
Okay. And it's a la carte.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the impetus. I know you mentioned Lunar New Year. Yeah.
So, I mean, as we all know, we closed District 1 on July 8th of this past year. I also moved to the Southwest, which is more centralized. I feel like I'm McCarran Airport, or sorry, what is it called now?
Henry Reed.
Henry Reed, yes. So I'm on the way to Henry Reed, and everyone will stop inside, in and out of my door. It just seemed like a really good time for me. I took a lot of time off and was trying to find that life balance.
Yeah.
And omitting the work. But I miss feeding people, and I miss interacting with people, and I just miss that look when people take a bite of something and they're so happy. And for me, it's all about home cooking, and it's all about the home, and this is what I'm trying to bring for the Lunar New Year. I think a lot of people have gone through so many things for quite some time now that I think that we can embrace the year of the horse, as going in really fierce and strong and really battling what we've gone through and just really looking at positive things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So-
We should remind
yeah,
people,
please.
by the way. So, Christina, everybody knows you in the community, and the people who've been around for a while, community, they know you very, very well. You created a great scene at District 1 in Chinatown years ago, and it really was part of that first generation of off-strip dining that caught on among chefs getting off work, and they came and they went to your bar after work, and you had fucking really, really good booze there, and everybody liked it. And you really built something at District 1. Where else might people know you from, though? Because you have done pop-ups all over this town.
Crazy enough, I was not in the food side of the business prior to the pandemic. I was in the bar side for almost 28 years. Pandemic happened, and I took the opportunity to be able to still feed and offer things to people during that time. I did Mama's Care packages with USBG throughout that whole year. And then when it came out, and I just really wanted to continue to follow that route. And Jolene Molina actually helped me with that with Test Kitchen. And I was at Test Kitchen since she started it till we closed. And it was a really great place for me to be able to really just feed and interact with people.
Oh, let me tell you, your shrimp toast, your pate, your banzao, life-changing. And that was all under the name This Mama's House.
That is correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is exactly kind of who you are if people get to know you. Because you, like you said, everything that I've ever witnessed with you has always been, even if it's not your own home, come in here, let me take care of you, let me feed you. This is a community space. You're part of the family automatically.
Yeah. I think a lot of people need to feel that. And it's just really important to me, not within my own family, my blood family, but my family in the community, in the food industry, the bar and food industry has grown so much, and I've seen so many ups and downs, but as long as I can do a positive note in someone's life, and whether that's putting that one bite in their mouth or that shot of Jameson or whatever, shot of Hennessy or whatever, I'm there for you,
Right.
I'm not, obviously I'm not a millionaire, I'm not a billionaire, but I know what I can offer in life.
What are we doing hanging out with her? We don't
I
hang out
know.
with millionaires and billionaires
shit.
anymore.
Sorry. No profanity.
Oh, absolutely.
All fucking profanity.
Okay.
Yeah, we have an
thank God.
explicit label on the podcast. You're
Okay,
fine.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Just in case, Al will throw in a few extra fucks just to
Yes.
make
Just
sure.
add a few fucks. Keep it PG-13.
Okay, love it. Yeah.
So tell me, you were going to say something?
No, I mean, I just really want
Yeah.
to give people a little bit of background.
Yeah.
I guess I do have a sort of a follow-up question then. Where did you learn to cook, and where did you learn to professionally cook, which is a very different thing?
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord. Or should I say good fucking Lord? Definitely not from my mom. That's for damn sure. my parents were always in college, and I always had a knack for food, and I was not actually brought up in an Asian community, which is kind of crazy. But my first year of college in Boston, I was pretty much slapped in the face by all these international students in Boston, up and down Newbury Street and Commonwealth Ave and Brookline Avenue, and it was kind of nuts. And I just kind of like tasted food, and I watched Chinese movies, and I really learned what the Asian culture was about, and that's where it really came from.
Really?
Yeah. It was kind of nuts. I learned Chinese like within 6 months, adapted flavors. I never thought I would really cook for a living. And fortunately, or unfortunately, or whatever,
Fortunately
a
for
pandemic
us.
happened. And then that's
food.
when I decided, I was like, this is the route that I wanted to go.
Right.
And it's not an easy route. No one wants to be back of the house.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
a lot of hard goddamn work. Like
Those
plain-
fucking people on TV make it look glamorous, right?
Right.
Like all you got to do is open a mystery basket of
Yeah.
something, and Gordon Ramsay yells at you a little bit, and then you're happy, and then you go and have high school drama in the back room. Like that's what people make back of the house sound like. I believe there is still drama. I think that part of it's fair, but it is a much less glamorous life than TV makes it look.
God. I mean, look at all the people that graduated from CIA and John Wales in the 90s, right? And then they're all superstars, and they're all superstars.
Yeah.
But it's hard to work under those wings, and I don't think it's a glamorous job at all. But back in the days in New York and San Francisco, and I would say those are the two major ones.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fabulous. No.
Yeah. But everybody just saw the fabulous, and they thought that the fabulous was that all that there was to it. You know what I mean?
There is a lot of mental awareness, and it's not just the culinary industry, the beverage industry. It's all around everywhere, but for sure, culinary.
Cool.
So tell me a little bit about the menu that you chose. Are these, as much as I love Asian culture, I'm not going to pretend that I know what certain things are important and what aren't. Are there parts of the menu that are specific to Lunar New Year celebrations? Are they just things that you really want to put out in the world? What are you feeding us?
Pretty much what everyone's been asking me for. I'm kind of tired of people like stopping at my door, like, "Hey, I'll buy that sandwich for $100." I'm like, "You don't have to buy it for $100. It's Christmas. I'll give it to you." So these are just things that people have had at Test Kitchen and just have watched me cooking over the years. Everything has a meaning. So
Yeah, I
the
see-
title kind of explains it.
Yeah, so I see prosperity puffs, lucky shrimp toast, egg rolls of good fortune, wok tossed wealth beef salad, golden fish sandwich with shrimp chips. Let's see. Is that Cubasian?
That is, and that's something that
Tell me about that.
like one day I just fell and I fell on a Cuban. I don't know how much else to say it. So Cuban sandwiches are one of my favorite things out of
Absolutely.
Miami. Everything about it, it's so simple yet complex.
You remember that part earlier where I was talking about where I ate this week?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention the chef truck at Park
Oh.
MGM where I had a Cuban sandwich. They've changed their menu a lot over there, but they do a fucking great Cuban.
Nice.
I love it. I mean, I'm all about the meat, and I love a good sandwich. And I was like, well, fuck, like I can do something with this. So a lot of people in town love my pulled pork egg rolls.
Yep.
Which I did at a pop-up at the Palms, kind of like a New England Chinese pop-up. And so I was like, you know what, why don't we put that on a sandwich and kind of integrate it with a little bit more freshness. So we do put the pickled vegetables in there along with the pickles. So we have the pickled carrot, daikon, cilantro, and then I do the jalapeno and the aioli versus putting the whole jalapeno in there. And then we'll hot press it on the grill and call it a day.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So the menu's designed because you're here 2 days, and it is, I believe, from noon to 9 p.m., correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so this is a menu that's designed to be have stuff for lunch or for dinner. You pretty much a little bit of something for everybody on it.
Yes, I did put vegetarian options on there. I mean, everything kind of had a meaning to me, but a purpose.
Cool.
Are you doing takeout or is it just sit down with reservations?
I am the biggest hater of takeout. I feel as though it interrupts everything.
Sure.
But as of now, no. Reservations are coming in pretty strong.
Yep.
So I'm kind of overwhelmed.
I'm excited. I got added to a friend's reservation because they made theirs already.
Oh, I
and
saw.
They were like, "Are you going to be in town?"
So
I said,
you're one
"Yes."
of the hoes. Like
I'm one of the
yes,
hoes.
You're one of the hoes.
I'm absolutely
Yes.
one of the
Yeah.
hoes.
Yeah.
Again, things I can't say on this show.
Yes, I saw the hose. I'm just kind of excited. And just the fact that I've been out for so long and then to come back and being embraced, with such a welcome, I'm very fortunate, to be honest with you. Yeah.
How do you know Dan? Oh, by the way, big burger in my mouth right now when I talk. Have you been friends with Dan Cromer, who owns Vegas, or the Durango Social Club?
I was one of the first people that dined at his bar at Other Mama, and everyone had thought that restaurant was mine when he opened it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember. And at that time, he literally just opened the door within 3 months. Yeah.
Cool. So you guys have been friends for a long time. What do you think about this whole Durango Social Club thing that he's doing? Because I love it. It's one of my favorite openings of last year. This idea of everybody being able to come in here. It's a little different than what Vegas Test Kitchen was all about,
Yeah.
but it maintains that spirit of giving people a chance to do something a little different.
It's really great because the vision that Dan had for this, and then to turn it into what it is, and to really bring so much talent. And, it's not even just that. Like, he gives you the support and the backbone to really teach people what really building a business is about. Mm-hmm. So they may not have a part of it, but Dan has built a team that's been able to support and be like, hey, this is what you need to do. And he's doing it at a very minimal of what he's offering to these people, and me including in there. I'm included in there, sorry. English is my second language.
Which is pretty fucking good.
I only say that when I skip a vowel or skip a word, sorry. But yeah, I couldn't be happier for him. He's really, his vision for both Other Mama and Durango Social is definitely coming through. Yeah.
Cool.
Tell me. Now I'm skipping over my word.
English is her
What is
first
your first language?
Yeah. You and I were chatting the other day on text, and you mentioned that you were doing family meals somewhere. Are you doing a lot of that sort of in the background? I know because you said you were taking some time off and then getting back into things. Has that been part of you building up what you've been working on?
No, it's just sporadic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to hate it. I would love to say that I'm building something, but I'm not. I don't know.
So you've been, look, I spoke to you when you went back into District 1.
Year and a half ago.
I spoke to you when you left District 1 again, and I've spoken to you at events. And I don't want to get too personal, but I feel like you're looking for something. You're looking for a way to maybe bring this community to the next phase of what you can do for them. Have you found anything as you've been searching? Like, how's your personal journey going here?
So the last couple of years have been definitely, I don't want to say a struggle, but a hurdle or many hurdles. Maybe it's a lack of energy, a lack of inspiration, a lack of creativity. I'm not really sure. I don't even know what it is.
But yet I see you at festivals and you've got cool shit and you're doing a pop-up. Your lack of inspiration is more inspired than what I do on any given year.
That I don't believe. But anyways, let's move on. Because if I had half of your energy, I'd be in a different place. For me, families always come first to me, and it's not blood, and it's everyone around me. And it's been a hard couple of years. D1 was something that I went back to. Sometimes when you know that things need to come to an end, it needs to come to an end.
Yeah.
And we're still a family. It was just time to move on, and that's where we're at with that.
Right.
But everyone says, do I want a brick and mortar? I'm like, God, hell no. But, it's
That's a lot to take on.
It is. What is that game where you do the paper with the...
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
The little choice paper
the choice
game.
that triangles that we used to do.
Triangle
Yeah.
origami thing is what these people are doing.
Yeah, the origami where your direction of life is supposed to be. And that's where I feel I'm at. I feel very loved in this community. This is definitely, I call my home. would I like to see something built here? 100%. Whether that's going to happen or not, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think I have that luxury or that opportunity in life right now because I am 51 now. That do I move forward and struggle or do I move forward and put everything in line for success, or do I just stay where I'm at?
Right.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Okay. But you're still making great food, and that's the important thing.
Well,
for
everyone
us.
needs to eat, right?
Fuck yeah, we always need to eat.
Absolutely.
Always need
And
to
everyone
eat.
needs a drink. I mean, geez. Yeah.
So this is a reservation only, not tickets, but reservations,
It's
or will it
not.
be walk-in?
So originally, I didn't think we would get this much response. So reservations were recommended and walk-ins welcome, but we may change that in the next 24 hours or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So check. By the way, you can check the calendar at foodandloathing.vegas. We have these events. I think I just added them. A nice picture of you up on our calendar that I got.
Oh, thank you.
But
At least I'm on some kind of calendar.
what? I don't know. We want to make another women in the
I don't
Las
know.
Vegas food industry, men of the Las Vegas food industry.
I'm
down.
definitely not Asian Avenue or whatever those old things were.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't either. I was just going to ask.
You don't know what Asian Avenue is? It was like the what do you call it? TikTok. Pre-Facebook, like this thing about Asian babes and whatever. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should look into that. Yeah.
I mean, why is my wife leaving me sometime soon?
No, but it's
I need an
always
Asian
good to do
babe?
research to where everything's evolved from, right?
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
see myself saying to Sue, "Al, why are you all on all these sex
Research.
tabs here?"
No, it's not a sex tab.
Christina told me that
It was
I had to
a
research.
yeah. Trust me when I tell you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Now I'm just obsessed with Asian Avenue and
I
you
know,
want a
right?
calendar. I don't know.
it was crazy. Anyways, yeah.
So,
Anyway, my
I'm just
point
thinking we
was
need to have a
you can
cocktail.
find it on our site, but also you go
Oh,
to
yes,
Durango
cocktails.
Social Club. You go to Durango Social Club's website. You could get there. You could see what the exact menu is. There will be details on whether you need a reservation or whether
Yep.
you can still do walk-in because she is reconsidering
Absolutely.
that. I'm trying to
It
get all
sounds
this
like they're so
information
popular.
into a nice little nugget so people know where to go. And I would
Yeah.
send you first to the Durango Social Club website for the best information. But you can come to our site and we'll send you over there. So we're cool with that. too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be like this. It's not popular. I think people are just hungry.
I would
I think
go
it might have
with.
a little something to do. Well, man, thank you so much for taking some time. Thanks for suggesting we do it here at Durango Social Club
Yeah.
because it gave me another chance to just put more beef in my body and as I be becoming a fucking
I
cow
promise
carnivore.
next time it's going to be at the island at my house.
Okay.
Love it.
Yes. And
But
it's
you'd be
gonna-
too busy running around if you were at your house. You wouldn't give us your full attention.
Oh, no. Trust me.
Okay, so we have a happy hour report and the news coming up next. Thank you, Christina, for being here, but you can stick around for the tail end of the show?
Thank you, Alan, Samantha. Yes, it would be a pleasure.
Okay, cool. So we will be right back with that happy hour report. This is Food and Loathing.
Need a restaurant recommendation? Then you need Neon Feast, the most convenient, most comprehensive, and most trustworthy collection of Las Vegas restaurant recommendations on the internet. Veteran food journalist Al Mancini, whom you might remember from, listening to this podcast, asked the city's top chefs, restaurateurs, critics, journalists, and influencers for their favorite spots in more than 100 categories. Why take the advice of an anonymous online wannabe or a paid influencer? Neon Feast will tell you where people in the industry send their family and friends for a great date night, to watch a big game, or get a taste of Old Vegas. Looking for a great steakhouse? You want a great burger? Maybe a little caviar? Need a place in Summerlin South, the Arts District, or Seven Hills? Las Vegas brings the neon. Local foodies provide the feast at neonfeast.com or the Neon Feast mobile app.
It's that time of the week. We're here to talk happy hours. We want to talk booze. We want to talk affordable booze. Coming to you from our Summerlin office, where there is some interesting construction going on right out our window. I have the one and only Andrew Morgan of Happy Hour Vegas to keep you in the loop on where you should be drinking between the hours of, well, any hours that are happy.
Oh, yeah. There's all-day happy hours. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing well. Good to be here, man. And that construction out there, give you two guesses. One starts with star and the second one starts with bucks. What do you think they're building?
Right? True that, man. We need another.
Exactly. But yeah, no, cool to be here. And yeah, let's talk about sports bar. It's timely because, hey, it's fucking Super Bowl Sunday coming up.
Yeah, people are listening to this. They're getting in the Super Bowl Sunday mood. They're trying to figure out whether they're going to boo or cheer at the fucking the fucking
Seattle or Patriots.
Who they can make money off of, right? Well, we're not here to tell you anything at all about how to make money. We're here to tell you how to save money, and it's all year long. We're not just talking about Super Bowl weekend. We are talking about sports bars that are open all year round and have fantastic happy hour deals.
Yeah, don't make game day bets from my advice, but definitely make game day bets for happy hour advice. That's something I can give you. And actually, let me walk that back a little bit here. When we're talking about sports bars and we're talking about happy hours, and we're talking about Super Bowl Sunday, these are sports bars outside of the Super Bowl Sunday kind of a time frame, because everyone's got an event, everyone's got something that you get RSVP for.
Yeah.
But leading up to Super Bowl, after Super Bowl, any kind of day that you're just in the mood for a sports bar happy hour, these are the ones that I'm going to share with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the deal, right? Think about this. You get all this is if you're a sports person, this is your big fucking weekend and you're all up for it and everybody's doing sports. And then Monday rolls around and you're gonna be craving it, man. You're gonna be jonesing. You're gonna be jonesing for a little bit of sports bar fix.
Exactly. We got the Olympics coming up. We got fucking Golden Knights are maybe we'll kick ass in the second half of the season, but look, this is a sports town, so you're always going to want to watch some kind of sport, not just the game day, and these are the places to go.
Okay, hit me.
Yeah, so, we've got at happyhourvegas.com 43 sports bars indexed, so all over the valley. Some real creative ones, some real original ones, old school ones. I thought I would share a few of them that you might not have thought of in terms of sports bars, because they're great bars and restaurants that just happen to be really good on game day and watching sports, but they got great happy hours. One such is the Front Yard Happy Hour at Ellis Island. I don't know, you've been there, you like going there.
Yeah, actually, Front Yard's one of my go-to spots for going to watch VGK games when I don't have a ticket for the game. I used to go there more. I go a little more to the George these days, but I like the Front Yard a lot.
Absolutely, and they've done a ton of renovations. They've done a lot of investment into that place. And it's just off strip, so it's accessible. It's easy. It's also a great freaking price. So happy hour Monday to Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Pretty much everything in terms of bites and drinks is $7. It's a good deal. And, like you said, you've eaten there before, great place to sit. They got their own craft beers and whatever it is. It's good menu. It's good food for $7.
Well, Ellis Island are probably the forefront in this town of offering, the secret deal, the special, the inexpensive thing, and they're very good at it. They've been doing it for a long time, and they know how to put out a decent product. When they cut corners, they cut corners in a way that you're still getting a decent product, and I like that. They know how to get a bargain.
They did jalapeno pineapple margarita, $7. Maker's Manhattan, $7. The beer brined wings, those are actually pretty damn good, $7. Cocktails on tap, $7. The drive-in burger, that's a quarter pound, almost not a smash burger, but a freaking amazing burger, full size, $7.
Damn. And then, you could always walk down to the pub right there and you could get that $9.99 steak and, steak deal, which again, that's a baseball cut steak and it's pretty fucking good, man.
It is. And I mean, I'm not talking about, loyalty points or anything like that, but apparently if you have your Ellis Island card, you're going to get more comps, more deals and stuff like that. Yeah. So definitely worth checking out in my book. Cool. The other one, if you just want to go a couple blocks down the road on the Strip, is at Park MGM. So Park MGM used to have like one happy hour, and it was like once a week, and it was Mama Rabbit. So a little unique. They've actually upped their happy hour game, Park MGM. 3 different happy hours. One of them is the Bet MGM Sportsbook and Bar. So you don't think sportsbook, you don't think bar, you don't think happy hour, but in this case you do. And at the Park MGM, it's pretty recently renovated, clean, nice. It's a non-smoking venue. So I'm all about that sports bar. I'm all about that happy hour there.
What kind of deals?
You're talking about $7 deals. So $7.77. Pretty freaking straightforward. It's got your standard go-to hot dogs, Bud Lights, et cetera, but it's also got some pretty interesting mix-ups as well. So you're talking about crunchy beef kind of thing going on there with French fries and whatever, $7.77. Tacos, 2 tacos, $7.77. And just a plethora of beers, like good beers, Heineken's, Dos Equis, Amber, Pacificos, and are like $7.77. You could also do a little bit of a premium happy hour upgrade, and they've got a $16 full-size cheeseburger with plate of fries for $16 plus $4 for any happy hour beers. So that means $20, big burger, full-size platter, and a beer. Happy hour, good place, non-smoking on the Strip. Can't beat that.
Sounds great, man. Well, thanks for the advice. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday, and then you got to get right back to happy hours next week. We will be back talking about them again next Friday. And remember, man, there's over 500 of these fucking things over at happyhourvegas.com. So, Andrew, man, thanks as always.
Thank you, man. And when you're at happyhourvegas.com, sign up for the fucking newsletter. Get all this stuff before in your inbox every week. You'll thank me for it.
And that little sound means two things. Number one, it means it is time for the news. Number two, it means Rich found his sound effect track for this week because he didn't have it last week. Thanks, Rich. So news. Saturday was the annual bagel eating championship at Siegel's Bagel.
Oh, yeah.
Bagel Mania, excuse me. I'm burping up that burger because it's so fucking good. We both covered this in the past, man. This is, I don't know what to say. I find competitive eating, like, a little disgusting, but I can't look away.
It's more than a little, but I also can't look away.
It's like watching a train wreck if the passengers had to eat their way out of the train in order to survive.
Oh,
like
my
that,
God.
That's what I feel like I'm watching, and I just fucking love it.
That's a visual.
Huge fan. Yeah, I know. Can't you just picture that? Sounds like something on Fear. That'll be a fucking reality show soon, man. Don't you worry.
It will.
This is the hell we're headed towards in this country. So, Joey Chestnut, you've interviewed him. I've interviewed him in the past. He was defending his title, and this was his third win in a row. So he is the three-time defending World Bagel Eating Championship. He ate 17 7/8 bagels, with the second place competitor, Patrick Bertoletti, eating 17 3/4.
That is 1/8 difference.
Well, I was going to say, next time your kid asks you when he's ever going to need fractions, you can tell them that if they ever want to judge a fucking bagel eating contest, it comes very handy to be able to convert quarters to eighths of bagels.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Before you talk a little bit more about Joey, because I know you talked to him, I just wanted to tell you, Patrick Bertoletti is somebody to watch.
Yeah.
He did the Hot Cake Championship when Norm's came to town, that LA diner that's now on Sahara.
Right.
And then he was second place last year behind Joey as well. And man, it was... The fact that there's a 1/8 difference between this, like how the hell do you measure that so perfectly?
What it was? I mean, I'll get into it. It's fucking gross. They got to go around because they're shoving this food in their mouth.
Yep.
By the way, I've got a video up on TikTok and social media, and I think I really captured it. But they're shoving the food in their mouth, and then the guy I love the guy that announces these contests with the straw hat and Australian
he's fantastic.
motherfucker, right? So, he keeps going to them like, debris, there's debris, which I assume is on the fucking floor, right?
Yeah,
Maybe it's
floor,
on the table.
The plate, sometimes in the cup.
But then they have to eat their debris, right? And so at the end, they count how many bagels are gone, and then I guess they push together all the debris, and they have to figure out if that is a quarter or an eighth or whatever. So, I mean, it's a fucking foul job to judge this thing, right?
You sound like you're squatting in a stall in Vietnam. I mean, that's what you do.
Right?
Well, it was fucking gross. Oh, and that cat Nick was there. You know the guy with the blue mohawk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Someone
there.
has a mohawk besides you?
Yeah, he's got a little short mohawk.
Yeah.
Last time I saw him perform, he ate 50 hard-boiled eggs in about 3 minutes.
Oh, my God.
And then got down on his knee and proposed to Mickey Sudo.
Oh, my God.
who was at the time pregnant with his child.
Oh,
so I didn't get
my
to
God.
talk to him anything about whether they're married or whether the kid or whether they're still together or anything like that. But he was there, and man, that guy, he like shakes the food down into his body. It feels like you actually see him wiggle as if he's trying to get it down the gullet, right? Like just get it over. And he was fucking great. But of course, everybody's there to watch Joey Chestnut. He took home the belt, and yeah, there's a fucking belt for this, by the way. And I spoke with him just a few minutes after he was awarded that belt.
Does it look like a bagel?
No. So 3 years in a row, man. How's that feel?
It was close. It feels great. It was nice to make a little bit improvement over last year, but yeah, it was a close contest, and I'm happy I was able to pull it out.
Does it get easier as the years go by because you have a bit more experience with bagels?
Well, there's two things. Yeah, I'm getting older, so everything is getting harder. It's so much easier to gain weight, harder to lose it, and but as far as being more familiar with the food, it definitely helps. Cool. Being more familiar with the bagels here, I know there's things I can do to improve, and it's like practice, and then practice, you get better.
Do you get to go out for any real meals while you're here in Las Vegas? And if so, where do you like to eat, man?
Oh, my gosh. On Thursday night, I went out a little bit into Piero's, and I ate pretty clean. Just out of their burrata and a little bit of the steak and a couple martinis. But, tonight, as soon as I can, I'll just be back onto a high-fiber diet. So we'll see. Hopefully, if I eat clean, I can get back to normal in about 3 days, maybe 2.
So I went straight from Siegel's to Yukon Pizza to speak with owner Alex White about the online blow-up over his decision to close the shop on Friday so he and his staff could attend the anti-ICE rally. The RJ apparently mentioned places that were doing that as a story. These are places that are closed, as I understand it. So I guess the RJ trolls came out in full force to attack the place because, I mean, I used to write for the RJ. I would never read a comment in the comment section of the fucking RJ. I mean, like, I'm not saying that it has anything to do with the publication or what, but it is just a scary place to be. So they got attacked over there, and then people started going, I guess, went on Yelp and started giving them bad reviews because of this, and they didn't like their thing. So one-star reviews, and then the Yukon fans are all over the board saying, let's go over here and let's give them good fucking reviews. So, that's a fucking news story. I had to go over there and check it out. I want to make this clear. I don't like to debate or talk politics on this show because talking politics in 2026 ruins my fucking appetite. I do plenty of it in my life.
Yeah, you are absolutely willing to have a conversation.
Yes, and so if you want to meet me at a bar and debate ICE policy or whatever, man, I am fucking there for you, but I'm not doing it here. That is not what this show is all about. But this is a motherfucking news story about all the craziness that went on. So that's why we are
especially trying to
covering
sink
this.
a restaurant just for doing something political. That's bullshit. If you haven't been there, it's like people who write 1-star reviews for there's no parking and I never got in, but here's a 1-star review.
Well, no,
people are assholes.
It's a form of, economic either boycotting or terrorism, depending on how you want to view it. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it'd be so easy to say, oh, yeah, fuck these people on that side of the argument. But, I was friends with a woman named Irma who owned El Sombrero. Okay. And during the 2016 election, Donald Trump dined there when he was in Vegas, and everybody fucking started boycotting her fucking restaurant, right? And I was one of the first people to go in and to dine there, and let people know that I was still dining there, and I would do that exactly with Yukon Pizza. It has nothing to do with my personal fucking politics. And again, you guys give me a half a shot of whiskey, I will fucking tell you what I think. I agree. But it has nothing to do with it. I don't like the idea of trying to sink a restaurant for that reason. No. That's my opinion.
But I think they're called trolls for a reason. And
I said the same thing. Yeah. I got a bunch of texts about this, like, who are these clowns? Are they your friends? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you wasting my time? Are you wasting your energy of your mind and your mouth to fucking text me right now? Like, it's ridiculous. Like,
So I drove on over. I'll tell you, the place was fucking packed.
I love
on
that.
Saturday.
I'm so glad for them.
People lined up outside waiting for their pizzas to be delivered. People lined up inside waiting to order. Alex was kind enough to come outside with me and chat with me really quickly about what actually happened.
So earlier this week, after the couple killings that happened in Minnesota, a couple of our staff approached us as the management and owners and asked if we were going to be participating in the strikeout that was happening on Friday the 30th. It'd been kind of quickly organized as a way to show solidarity But they saw it and they wanted to kind of join in on. They asked us, could we be part of that? Would they be okay to shut down on Friday? So we sat down and bounced around for it was probably less than 10 minutes before we all thought, it's like, you know what? No matter what ends up happening at the end of the day, we want to do something that's right, that our people are standing up for, our employees are asking for this. And as a company that has a really big goal is to be employee owned at some point, it's important for us to listen to them because we had the same feelings, which is great. It reflects our values, reflects our culture. So they came out strong. We decided to close out on Friday. We made a post about why we're striking and posting some resources and what people can do to help out if they don't want to strike on Friday or if they can't miss work. There's a lot of things you could have done, all that stuff. So we posted that and we left it as it is. And it took off from there. As you could see, it was quite the wildfire. At some point, the RJ made a post about it. They didn't contact us before posting about it. So as you can imagine, we didn't feel too friendly to talk to them after they wanted to come talk to us later on. So that's when it really started getting very incendiary, as you kind of saw. And I've been on the internet for a long time, so we don't wade into those kind of things. We don't engage with that kind of stuff. So we were very lucky and cool to see how many of our customers came out, and of our fans, and new people came out of the woodwork to support us as well. So it was that thing of seeing a huge backlash for simply posting that we're closing down for a single day and stand of solidarity for people who are getting killed, So to see the amount of people who are very angry about that, it was, it definitely reflects what's going on currently, but also the much larger and much more vocal majority of the people who are supporting us and support the cause were there. So that's what really came out. As you can hear and see behind us, it's a very busy lunchtime. I think we just had our busiest half hour like we've ever had at the restaurant. So it's not the worst thing in the world right now. We're really lucky to have the community who come out. And my wife and I and some of our employees went to the protest yesterday, went to the vigil last night. We did our part to participate while we shut down, was to do those things. It was really nice to be out there yesterday marching and shouting and doing our thing. This is part of our exercising our First Amendment rights. This is a big part of what we're protesting for, is to maintain these freedoms that we've been which is, again, the irony of why people are so mad about it is this is the constitutional things that we were allowed to do and should be exercising. So that's where it kind of came from. I'm not sure where your research showed us, but that's kind of the whole story, and now we're here today slinging a lot of pies.
So first thing is, you did post this publicly, so this wasn't just a quiet deal. So you must have been prepared for some backlash, right? Yeah. You knew this was a public stand that was happening. It's not just like somebody blew it out of proportion that you were closing, right? You intended this to be a public stand.
This is a public statement, that way people knew exactly what was happening. So they didn't come to our restaurant on Friday and surprised by why we were closed. We wanted to make sure people knew we were going to be closed first and why we were closing. We were ready for backlash. It's not the first time we've had people come out and be angry at us. It's not the last time, I'm sure. But if people are talking about us and the cause gets talked about, then we've done our job.
So I understand a lot of people came to Yelp and all the online things and started doing that, which is why I don't really like those platforms. But do you think that kind of counter protest hurts you business-wise? And then my follow-up is, do you guys use your pocketbooks to vote when you go out? Like, do you boycott restaurants if you don't like what they're about?
So the review bombing, as it's called, I suppose, is definitely something that's like part of internet culture and online culture, and people use that as a way to stage a sort of protest against certain businesses and certain things. And that's their right to do so, but it's also the right of every other people, all the customers and everyone else who are on those pages, to see and flag those flagrant abuses of posting and reviewing. And all those posts have been removed since then. So Google and Yelp both contacted us, and it was like there was a huge spike in traffic, and obviously there's some things going on, so they wiped all the stuff. So it's like all the work done by people for whatever was washed away, because it doesn't matter. And we don't generally engage with our Yelp at all, and we maintain our Google just because it's kind of our most seen thing. But I don't honestly use review platforms for either against restaurants or businesses, or these days it's hardly good for reviews anymore either. So I think these days it's word of mouth, it's friends and family telling you about spots or things that are doing good or bad. And that's, again, this is the whole point, is the freedom of choice to choose to not come or to come, to support or not support. It's great. It's just the amount of vocal people who want to tell us that they're never been here before, never coming in the first again. And it's like, okay, that's great. Move on with life, my friends. Like, we got bigger, better things to do.
So I think I know the answer, but any regrets? Would you do it the same way?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we were, again, really proud that our team, our whole staff wanted to make a stand, sacrificing a day of work. We were able to give them a little bit of pay, but that, knowing that Friday is a big day for everybody, so that was really cool and important for us to support our company culture of letting the employees own the company and run the company. That means everyone makes a decision together, and that was something special. And, to also be part of a bigger historical movement, as I talked about with some of the news outlets yesterday, that the protest yesterday was just one day of many, from before and now and after. Like, people don't realize that the ownership especially had been activists and rioting and striking and doing marches for 25 plus years. And people just are saying ridiculous things online. So we're not worried about it. We've been here before. We'll do it again. The battle continues.
So it is kind of interesting that despite all that online drama and all of the reviews posted, the good ones, the bad ones, blah, 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 they've all been fucking removed by now. The platforms came in, as Alex said, and people are still dining there.
As they should.
Let's be real. Online drama is pretty much always bullshit. It is what we live for in this world. We live for reality TV show drama and online drama. And at the end of the day, it didn't do dick either way. So, except they seem to be doing well. So that was interesting. As for Alex's comments on the RJ, no comment from this former RJ food reporter.
Okay. I know that you went over to Red Rock Resort. They were having a Ya-Baba Shawarma pop-up.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
cool.
I can't wait.
Line was massive. I didn't get to eat any because I was not going to cut. I don't cut the line, right? Like, I look like this. If people see me cutting the line, that's the first thing, a picture. Look at Al Mancini, dickhead, cutting the line. So I did not cut the line. I didn't get any shawarma that day. But yeah, I was over there. It was fun.
Yeah, and I heard you got to talk to Ted Haddad.
Well, we were doing pop-ups at my other restaurant, Twisted Sourdough Pizza. And we're just doing it on the weekends, and we had a killer amount of people show up. And so somebody from the Red Rock invited us over to do a pop-up here, and this is our second one. And it's been going like gangbusters.
So is this a precursor? Does this mean we're going to see you at the regular spot at a station casino?
Well, that's the ultimate goal. I hope so. I've been doing very well. I think they like what they see. So I am trying to see if I can get a permanent spot here. Meanwhile, we do have a Ya-Baba trailer in the works. It's actually done, and it should be launched probably next month.
Tell people where they can find your other restaurant and what you have there.
So Twisted Sourdough Pizza, it's on Southeastern, 9500 Southeastern. You just look it up on Instagram, and you'll find us. We're there.
And then I know that we had chatted about this. We missed Evolve's first anniversary party.
I know. I really wanted to go.
How has it been a year already? I was shocked by that.
Fucking time flies when you're serving beer, apparently.
Right?
The entire bend has grown up around that place.
Oh,
so,
it's
man,
been amazing.
It's so much better.
We've had
these
meetings
days.
there. So we didn't get to go to the party, but we did want to do a shout out. Congrats to Carrie Kelly and everyone over at Evolve.
I know Andrew Morgan made the party.
Oh, good.
So
we'll have to ask
we
him
were
about
represented there a little bit.
Yeah. Chef Alec Resnick is staying busy these days, bringing food to the people of Henderson. He recently opened Smoked Barbecue. That's SMKD. I think that stands for Smoked Meats and Killer Drinks.
Is that what it stands
SMKD
for?
Barbecue.
Okay.
Thank you for
And he's now announced a new spot called the Hawthorne. In fact, he posted an ad for a general manager on social media, if anyone needs a gig.
Yeah, I shared that ad.
Yeah.
Cool.
Scotch Eddie Prime has rolled out a new fall menu as well as what they're calling a girl dinner experience. What is this? Tapas and a bottle of wine. The winter menu offers 4 new offerings for their social hour, 3 new social hour cocktails, 3 new main menu starters, and 5 new entrees. And according to the press release, quote, the new girl dinner menu brings together elegant shareable plates and a playful lineup of mini teenies served exclusively in the Scotch 80 Bar and Lounge Sunday through Thursday, 5 p.m. to close. We are hoping to chat with Chef Marty soon for more of those details.
Yes. And you know what? I'm just going to throw this in here.
Please.
I told you last week I spent a little time with my old friend Lupe Avila.
Yep.
A couple weeks ago, while we were chatting, he ran down all of HUKL Hospitality's Valentine's Day's meals. And I know it's not like fucking news that somebody's doing Valentine's Day specials, and we're not doing every single one of them. But I was hanging out with my friend, and he told me shit, so I'm going to play it for you. Then that's just my podcast and Gemini's podcast. And if she says okay, then we're going to play it. So let's drop it in here. So what are you doing? You have 3 restaurants that I know of that I believe are all doing Valentine's Day. That would be here at La Madre Canyon Grill, as well as Chalvino, as well as Marche Bacchus. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we have all 3 restaurants are going to have prefix menus for Valentine's.
Okay, cool. Let's start off with La Madre Canyon.
Yeah, we're located right off of Flamingo and the 215. We're going to be celebrating with the first course is a albondiga soup, so flavorful, slightly spicy beef-based soup with flavorful meatballs, some vegetables, spectacular soup, very classic Mexican dish. Then we're going to be offering a surf and turf offering. It's a red wine braised shore rib with shrimp scampi, little grilled asparagus and mashed potatoes. And then for dessert, we're going to be doing a cinnamon chocolate custard chili cheesecake. That's a mouthful. With a little citrus coulis. I think the best is saved definitely for last. You know, Chef Christoph is brilliant when it comes to desserts. So it's really the dessert that ties everything together for that dish.
And what's the price on that?
The prefix will be $65 for 3 courses per person.
Okay, sounds good, man. Let's move on to Ciao Vino. That, of course, is over in Boca Park.
Yeah, Ciao Vino, if you guys are looking for great Italian, that's definitely the spot to check out. Ciao Vino is also going to be offering a prefix for $65. The first course is a Alaskan king crab cake that's going to be served with a truffle aioli and some petite lettuces, a little bit of a lemon vinaigrette. The main course is going to be a surf and turf as well. Red wine braised shore rib with a Maine lobster tail, a little bit of mashed potatoes, and some seasonal vegetables as well. The dessert for this one will be a dark chocolate coffee ice cream and salted caramel macaroon. So just very decadent macaroon that'll finish off the dish for sure.
Cool. And what's that prefix menu going to cost you?
That prefix is $65 as well. A great value for Boca Park.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's get down to what I consider the crown jewel of HUKL, the restaurant that has been a Las Vegas institution for a very long time. That's Marché Bacchus. And of course, that's in the Desert Shores community, probably unlike any other restaurant in all of Las Vegas because of that lakeside location.
That is a true jewel, as you say, man. You really feel transported when you're at Marché. You don't feel like you're in Vegas. So there we're going to be doing a same 3-course prefix for $65. The first course is going to be a decadent lobster bisque with an Espelette cream. For the main course, we're going to be doing a braised shore rib as well with a jumbo prawn scampi, a little bit of potato puree, and a red wine truffle jus. For the dessert, we are going to be serving a raspberry macaroon with vanilla bean mousseline and a chocolate profiterole. So very, very colorful and bright dessert that'll really set it off.
Okay, so obviously reservations recommended just about anywhere in Las Vegas, I would assume, for Valentine's Day. How late do you think people can act on this?
You know what? We're actually filling up pretty quick, but we still have quite a few tables left at Ciao Vino. Marché is filling up. La Madre, we usually have some reservations available on the day of, but you know, with the current remodel of La Madre, we've gotten a lot more of a stronger following, so this year might be a little bit different. I would recommend for sure having the reservations as soon as possible.
Okay, so thank you, Lupe. There's some Valentine's Day stuff. We've been talking about Super Bowl plans. We've been talking about, I mean, everything's coming up. We got the Lunar New Year. Christina, by the way, I'm going to ask like the typical old boomer white man question. When did we stop calling it Chinese New Year and start properly calling it Lunar New Year? Because it feels like that's only within the past 5 years, really, or so. I'm sure within the Asian community, it's been Lunar New Year for a long time. I doubt Chinese people were calling it Chinese New Year,
Right.
but it definitely seems to have been a very serious shift in the marketing of it in the past 5 or 6 years.
I don't think we really care like how we called it in the American language, to be honest with you.
Sure.
In Chinese New Year, it's Lunar New Year. And then in Vietnamese, it's called Tet. And then I think that's really the only two that go in lunar calendar because the Japanese and the Cambodians and the Thai do a different calendar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there we go. Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for educating
Yeah.
I got to
us.
learn something new.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate that. So we got all this shit coming up, and you're going to find out all about it. Keep watching that events calendar that we have over at foodandloathing.vegas. Also, Super Bowl plans. You can go check out the CW's ARC show. You can find it online on the CW Las Vegas's website. Andrew and I spoke on Monday with Chloe Coast about some cool places to go during the Super Bowl. So you can look that up if you want. Tonight, I have my first Lunar New Year preview party.
Cool.
I'm going over to China Poblano.
Interesting.
So I was hoping to have that to talk about, but we recorded a little early this week.
Yep.
So we'll have that for next week. I'm excited about that. What else do we have to tell you? I mean, again, foodandloathing.vegas, go there.
Yeah.
We've got Bob Barnes' weekly dining and entertainment update. I have a rundown of 6 great smash burgers over at LasVegasAdvisor.com. I have a weekly Neon Feast foodie update on all 3 of the Highway Drive radio networks. And yeah, speaking of Neon Feast, by the way, no better place for dining recommendations than neonfeast.com. All recommended by people in the industry that I know and trust. Christina, you're getting your next survey for Neon Feast soon.
Okay, I
Ooh, yay.
promise.
So you got to fill one out this
Okay.
time. You filled out a few.
I did.
Not all of them.
I know.
So
I was like, oh my God, has it been a year already?
I mean, I send them out about every 3 months, right? There's different categories. There's like 100.
Okay, I'll do it. I
categories,
promise,
so
I
we
promise,
mix them
I
up
promise.
a little,
Yes,
you know.
yes, yes.
Not everybody gets every one, but anyway. Okay, so thank you for being here, Christina.
Thank you for having me.
This has been a lot of fun. Thank you
Yeah.
to all of our guests, Alex White, Joey Chestnut, Ted Haddad, Edward Pizzarello, Lupe Avila. I'm Al Mancini. She's Gemini. Steven, say hi, Gemini.
Hi.
Say bye, Gemini.
Bye, Gemini.
On behalf of Rich Johnson and Andrew Morgan, we are reminding you that you have a limited number of meals in your life, and you'll enjoy them more if you always stay hungry.